Hello, in this video I will show you how to deploy and secure a virtual private server. You will able to implement everything you have learned during this course on any of the commonly used virtual providers such as Linode, DigitalOcean or Vultr. A VPS gives you almost full control as compared to shared hosting. You can decide which applications, softwares are required to run on your VPS, rather limiting yourself to somebody's software development practices. We will cover a lot of things in this course and we can start with basic security practices. First of all, we will prepare a server and then lock down the server with secure shell SSH so that we can connect using public and private keys using basic Linux commands. If you're already familiar with Linux, mainly configuring firewall in Ubuntu, then feel free to skip this video. We will spend a fair amount of time on setting up and configuring a firewall, and will use the one that ships with Ubuntu, the uncomplicated firewall, which is known as UFW, and we will look at how to configure server as securely as possible. We will go through three different web servers: Apache 2, Nginx and Caddy. First, we will configure Apache 2, which is still the most popular web server on the internet. Then we will move to Nginx, which is extremely popular with people who work with Laravel. And finally, we will configure the third web server, Caddy. Caddy is easy to configure and it automatically installs SSL certificates. Of course, we have to go through all three because I am not sure which one you would like to use. We will also look at how to integrate Let's Encrypt free SSL certificates with all three of these web servers. With Apache and Nginx, we have to install some software and follow some configuration which is not difficult. Caddy, of course, takes care of quite a lot of configuration on its own. We will see how to install the most popular databases such as MariaDB and Postgres, and we will see also how to set up Redis because huge developer community uses it. Then we will see how to connect to both MariaDB and Postgres through SSH tunnel, so we don't have to expose our database to the clear internet, which is always a bit of a danger. Finally, we will go through some basic operating system configurations and how to maintain and update it. We will also look at how we can install a web app behind the firewall and behind the web server and connect to it using reverse proxy. As I mentioned earlier, we have a couple of choices when it comes to picking up a provider for our VPS hosting such as DigitalOcean, Vultr and Linode. The one I am going to use in this video is Linode. Linode is around longer than DigitalOcean and Vultr. In fact, if I'm not wrong, it is longer than AWS and Azure as well. When this service was first launched, it was considered for Linux experts only. However, all are great solution providers, and for my personal reason and for my consultancy sake, I suggest all these three VPS providers because they are considered as sort of low budget as well as compared to AWS and Azure. In Linode, they use a term node to represent Linux machine or VPS. Alright, enough talking. Go and create your account on Linode and let's move ahead where we will look at how to deploy a VPS on Linode.